What is going on, guys, and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be sort of a mini guide to the new boss that has just come out today, the Telos solo boss. Just a quick disclaimer before we jump into the guide. Like, I've only done sort of 10 kills or so, just been trying to figure out the tactics, and this is more of a brief overview for anyone that is just wondering what the mechanics are like, sort of any rotations that I found out that work relatively well. I'm not claiming that these are the best. They are going to adapt and change, and this is just ideally to help people just get some kills, to understand what they're in for, and yeah, just hope it helps. So we'll jump into the footage of phase 1 now. Okay, so I'm going to slow this down just so we can look at this properly. So first off, I'm going to say is you should start by using magic. That's the only combat style I've tried out at the moment, and it seems to work really nicely, especially since you get meleeed a lot by the boss, so it gives you that nice high melee defense. So to start off with, start by building up your adrenaline, and you'll get to about sort of 75% adrenaline, and it'll do its first special attack. Now this special attack snares you, and you have to do a certain amount of damage until it frees you. The best way I've found to negate this is to instantly go into wild magic and asphyxiate, and this works really well because it does really high damage, and it also stuns the boss afterwards, so you can get a nice soul split flick in there. Once that's done, keep building up your adrenaline, and it's going to do its second attack. Now this can be, it's sort of like a charge attack that does typeless damage, but can be negated by using resonance, and then you're going to want to run into the beam that appears and go straight into sunshine, and you'll see your adrenaline, because you're in that beam, your adrenaline rises massively. Make sure you use anticipate, because this attack here otherwise will stun you, and you want to make sure you're out of the jump range whilst using wild magic, because that's the first threshold you want to use in your sunshine, and then straight into asphyxiate. Once you've done that, keep using your basic abilities, go into tendrils, and then it's going to do the back to the first special attack again that it does, so you just need to keep doing continuous damage to get yourself out of that. Now, I was on a bit higher enrage here, but on your first kill, that should be enough to get it down to the next phase. If it isn't, there's no real need to stand in that beam anymore, because basically what it does is it charges up the bar at the top of the Telos boss, but you should have done enough damage so that that bar never gets full. If it does, it will hit you for a big attack for about 5.5k damage. So if you haven't got it down to 300k life points by then you want to make sure you're standing in those beams. So yeah, that's the first phase, pretty easy, and you just jump down after that. Okay, so the first thing I should say is that you run automatically over to the jump down spot. That's just an animation, so you don't need to run anywhere, and also you don't need to stall your adrenaline because it actually keeps you in combat by firing sort of a weak attack at you. Now what you need to do is be careful, because it can use its special attack. It's like a Raxor, wherever it is in the rotation when you go through to the next phase, it'll use its special attack. So you see there, it stunned me and jumped at me. It means you need to instantly use freedom and run away, otherwise you're going to get hit for about 5k typeless damage. Now what's important now is that you stand in these black beams, and what these basically do is when they're hitting you, you do less damage and you take less damage. So it kind of means when you're standing in these beams, it'll just basically take you longer to get this phase down. Now when it charges up the bar, when it's hitting Telos and not you, it charges up the bar at the top, and when that bar gets full, it'll start using magic attacks instead of melee attacks to hit you. So what I do is I stand in a couple of these beams. At lower enrages, I only stand in one, and then when I go to the second one, after a couple of basic abilities, what you'll see me do is sunshine in it. And then when the sunshine runs out, I don't move away from it. So we'll go to this beam here, and you'll see here in a second what I do is I'm going to go for the sunshine, and I won't use my adrenaline pot here because it's important to save that. And I will build up to my thresholds, and by the time you get to your thresholds, that black beam will have gone away, so you won't be doing the reduced damage, and it'll start charging up the bar at the top of Telos. But that doesn't matter because you're going to get this phase finished before before the magic attacks start to do real damage to you. So as you can see here, the things you've got to focus on are where the beams are going, whether you want them to go into you or into Telos. At the start of this phase, you want them to go into you, and then switch to Telos once you've gone into your sunshine, and do your normal. You'll see here I accidentally go into it, but I'll move out of it to do the maximum damage possible. Now, as you can see at the top, the blue bar is filling up, and it will probably start to use its magic attacks on me soon when that gets full. Now, on your first couple of kills, you will have already finished this phase by now. It's just because as you do more kills, its HP gets higher, which I think is an absolutely awesome mechanic. I really like it. But yeah, you'll see now the bar is full and it's going to start to use its magic attacks on me. And it's a similar principle to the other phase in that all you need to do now is just use your basic abilities to bring the boss down to the HP to when it jumps, which is 200k for your first enrage. And a really good tip to, like, these magic attacks will continue to hit you and the bar will continue to get charged as long as you are not in that black sort of mist, or you're not in that black stream. And so a good tip is if you do start to take a lot of damage, use devotion. And if you're nowhere near close to getting it to the next phase, you're just going to want to keep continuously stand in those black beams so that it isn't going to mage you. Okay, so for this phase you need to pay attention to the bar at the top, and specifically the green bar and which direction that is going. And essentially you need to focus on where the red beam is going. So when it's going into gear, it's going to move the green bar to the left, and you're going to do more damage. And you can see there is sunshine pretty much as soon as possible, just to try and get out as much damage as I possibly can. Now that little thing that spawned, you saw that I killed it straight away, and that's because it moves Telos's bar to the right, and we don't want to move it. We don't want it moving to the right because when it moves to the right, it can do its special attacks. So I like to keep it nice to the left there. You see, I'm just the red did actually move, but I think it's actually better to just stay in sunshine and do as much possible DPS as you can, while still avoiding those special attacks, especially that jump. Just freedom and run away from that. Now it is really important that you kill those little things because they will move that green bar to the right, and your main goal is to just keep it to the left. Now you will have done a lot of damage if you sunshine straight away in the first red light, and you should be able to get this phase down nice and quickly. Now this phase is the most difficult when it comes to the higher enrages, in my opinion. I really hate this phase at higher enrages, and my best advice is just practice, and figure out what you need to do to keep that bar not going too far to the right. Otherwise it does this sort of explosion attack, which can just hit you like constant 2Ks, and it's really bad if you get it wrong. So yeah, for the final phase you want to move over to this green orb, whilst avoid Telos's special attacks as always. Freedom in that one, resonancing the charge attack, and go straight into sunshine here. And it's gonna 75k life points. It's gonna spawn its minions. Now they have special attacks, and like the red one, the volcanic one, I think it stuns you. I'm not sure what the blue one does, and then I think the green one is why you get those constant little. You'll get like constant 1k hit on you. Basically, just kill them all as fast as you can. Use chain, dragon breath, and then move back to Telos. Once that's done, you should have a bit of your sunshine left to do a bit of damage there. Now, when it hits 50k, it's gonna do the sort of turn you green again, and it'll hit you for 2k typeless damage. And you need to be over at this red orb, which is just straight across the room. And it's important that you're 100% adrenaline, because I think it's really important that you cade here. And the reason that is because you take quite a lot of damage from these minions, and also from it's like a constant 1k typeless damage, and then it fires this green orb, collapses that, and then the important thing is it can fire another green orb straight away. Now sometimes that doesn't come straight away, and you can block it with resonance, but I like to cade there so that I'm nice and high life points once that cade has ended, and just in case that extra green ball comes out. And then the final one, that'll turn you green again, head over to this black orb, build to full adrenaline, and it's very similar to that first orb. You just want to sunshine, keep avoiding these special attacks, the jump especially. Just make sure as soon as you get stunned, as soon as you see him do the animation, you want to hit that freedom. If not, I've already had anticipation done. As soon as the minions come out, get that sunshine going, just build your adrenaline, use your adren pot, focus on the minions until Telos comes out of the animation. Now you need to make, what I didn't mention was, you can see this green orb that's like shield dome. You need to make sure you're in that, otherwise you will get insta hit by that green ball. And then you can just focus on Telos, and that should be the end of the kill. And okay, I just cut out a little bit of what I was going to say there, because I'm actually going to play a full kill now, full speed, so you can see what a 0% enrage kill looks like. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it helps anyone that have been wondering what the mechanics are roughly has killed this boss. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. I'll be doing a loot from, I don't know how many Telos bosses, but I really want to get my hands on those level 92 weapons. So I'm probably just going to be camping this for the next while. Just do as many kills as possible, get higher kill streaks as possible. At the moment, we're only on 5 as my highest because my client keeps crashing, which is really depressing. But I will obviously try and get as many kill streaks as I can, as many weapons as I can, and bring you more advanced guys, especially once I hit that 100% enrage that unlocks the next phase. And stuff like that. So yeah, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoy this last sort of, or enjoy this full speed kill, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite